Alright, so I started my year off right with Cobra Kai. I mean, that was just amazing. But then now it's barely in January and I'm off to my first failure, to my first disappointment, which is this pile of trash. Pieces of a Woman is a film starring Shia LaBeouf and Vanessa Kirby. And honestly, I was excited to watch this film. I mean, I was excited to see Shia LaBeouf again. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since his last project. I mean, for me personally, it's been years since I last seen him in something, just anything whatsoever. I'm a fan of Shia LaBeouf. I mean, I grew up watching everything from the Even Stevens show to my teenage days to when he was in Transformers. So I like him. He's a good actor to me. And then to finally see him in this movie, you know, I was excited to see this. I mean, the trailer was promising, but then I see this movie and I was like, what a disappointment.
No, God, please, no, 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 no!
The characters that they play, Shia and Vanessa, they're a couple who are having a baby, but they're having a home birth and a midwife is actually helping to deliver the baby, and the baby ends up passing away. But then they end up suing the midwife and claiming that it was her fault, that she didn't follow certain procedures, and pretty much they're just blaming her for the death of the baby. And that's the point that the trailer showed, and that's what captivated me. That's what got my attention when I seen the trailer. But that's not even the point of this movie. It's a 2-hour-long movie, and the only good thing about it is the beginning. I mean, we start out with the beginning scene. The opening scene is her giving birth. And the acting was amazing. I mean, the way she plays off, the way that she screams, the way that she's showing how she's in pain, everything was spot on. I mean, there's even some graphic, you know, images in there just to make it even more realistic. But then in this whole 2-hour movie, like, it's just stretched out so much and it's nothing in between. We don't even get to see the court case until like the last 15 minutes of the movie. We don't even step inside a courtroom through any point of the movie until the very end. All we see throughout the movie is the couple, how they're just drifting apart, they're just screwing other people, they're just going back to drugs. Shia LaBeouf's character is just, he apparently has been clean, but he ends up going back to drugs, he starts drinking again, because the loss of his baby just really got to him, got to both of them. We don't see anything interesting, nothing that keeps me interesting of what's going on. We hear nothing about what's going on with the actual lawsuit, with the case, the lawsuit against the midwife. We see nothing, like 0%, nothing until the end. And when we do get to the court case, all she says is, hey, I realize that it's not your fault, so I don't blame you. And so the midwife is relieved, and that's it. That's all we get. There was no reason for me to care about this couple, about their case, about their relationship. This movie started out well from the get-go. I mean, from the opening scene of her giving birth. And the movie tries to do these symbolic scenes. For example, she starts eating a lot of apples. Martha started eating a lot of apples, and she wants to grow using the seeds, apple seeds. And then later on in the movie, we just don't know why throughout the movie, but then later on she just says, oh yeah, it's because my baby smells like an apple.
This is your brains on drugs.
And that's the type of thing that I'm talking about that makes no sense. Like, how can we understand that? How are we supposed to be like, oh wow, that's so nice of her, or wow, that's very touching? Thing in this movie makes sense. And for that, this movie is 100% rated G, complete pile of garbage. I do not recommend this movie to anyone whatsoever. I mean, I was really rooting for this movie. I was rooting for Shia, I was rooting for Vanessa, but none of this just made sense. It didn't keep me interesting. The pacing was just awful. I mean, it starts out well, but then it's just going downhill. And the ending is just pretty stupid also. That being said, Pieces of a Woman, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was a pile of trash like I did? Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.